Hello friends, Kathy Clement with Kathy by Design. Welcome to Wonderful Wednesday. This is the second week of September 2024, and it's time for us to make our banner of the month. So I'm working this week, and I've been working all month actually, with Graphic 45's new Autumn Greetings. This is a gorgeous paper collection, and I can show you some of it, but I've actually decimated a lot of it because I'm enjoying it so much. It's just a classic autumn collection. I purchased the 8x8 and just a few sheets of the 12x12 to get the images and the borders, but I might have to go back and purchase more because I'm really enjoying these beautiful papers. So today for our banner base, and I'll just show you, I've kind of cut my banners out already. And this is a 7 pennant banner. It's going to be about 5 feet long by the time we're done, which is amazing. And I've already die cut out of craft cardstock the backgrounds, and then out of my patterned paper the liners. So it kind of goes like this little tag die, this shaped die, and this pointed die. And then 3 of these in the center, another one of these, and then another tag. So the dies that I've used, this is an older Eileen Hull Sizzix die. I think it's just called tags. I don't think you can get it anymore, but anything that kind of has this fun shape. And of course it's supposed to go like this, but I've flipped it to make it go like that. Then my tried and true House Stitchlets die. I love this because of the size. It makes a really great banner base. So that one, and then from the Graphic 45 fancy dies, I've used this little envelope pocket, and I just cut the sides off. So a little tip when you're working with these shaped edges so that you don't try to drive yourself crazy. For instance, on this die, I've cut about 1/16 of an inch off of each side, or maybe 1/8 of an inch off of each side, and 1/4 of an inch off the top. I don't bother with the bottom at all because it'll fit perfectly as long as you get the sides and the top trimmed down. Same thing with this one. I just trimmed 1/8 of an inch off each side and 1/4 of an inch off the top. And then you don't have to try to cut around this beautifully shaped edge. That just makes your life easier. The next thing I do is I stitch these up on my sewing machine. And like for this one, I just come down to the point, go back up. On this one, I don't try to get around all those scallops. I just do a straight line. And on this one, I just go straight across. I don't even mess with going down into there. Now, if you're better at a sewing machine than I am, feel free to add all the little details that you want to. I'm very basic, so I keep it easy. All right, now I'm going to show you how I always stitch my pennants onto ribbon. So I have 56 inches of this antique gold silky crush. Look how beautiful that is with these papers. And the first thing I do is find the middle. And then I find my middle pennant, and I take it like this, and I use a clip. These are little clamps that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I clamp it on there. All right, and I'm not worried right now about it being perfect. Before I take it to my sewing machine, I will be. Then I bring in my next 2 pennants, and I space them out evenly. You can use a ruler if you want. I just eyeball it. But then I clip those into place. Now I'm going to shift this, and we're going to come down to this die, and again, this pennant, I'm just going to clip this into place, shift it, and clip this one into place. And now I've got this pretty long tail that's going to hang down from the banner and look very, very elegant. So just do this same thing on the other side, and get it all balanced. Now I've cut a long piece of antique lace. I picked this up, my daughter actually picked this up for me at an estate sale, and I'm going to layer this over the top. Now, if you don't like lace, if you want to go with something a little more streamlined, you could take a burlap stitched ribbon like this, or plain ribbon, or just don't add this at all. But you're just going to slip this under your clips, all right, and line everything up real nice. This is where I'm careful about getting everything lined up the way I want it. And then I'm going to take this over to my sewing machine, and I'm going to sew along the top, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to sew along the bottom. This keeps the banner from doing that weird flip thing that they often do. Sorry, I forgot to turn my light on. This keeps the banner from doing that weird flip thing when you hang them. It makes them hang nice and straight, and it also makes them very sturdy. Now, if you don't want to sew or you can't sew, you can actually take little clothespins and attach these. You could sew buttons through here. You could use score tape. You could use fusible interfacing. You could use, you know, any kind of adhesive. Some people use Fabri-Tac. I like the look of the stitching. To me, it makes it look really homespun. It does take a little extra work, but I think it's worth it. So I'm going to go stitch my banner while you go stitch your banner. All right, friends, I've added my ribbon over here, and I'm going to show you how to do it on the left. I've got my tails laid out nice and straight, and then I've got this 14-inch piece of sherry checkerboard satin ribbon, and I'm just going to wrap this around and tie a simple over and under, just once, not even twice. And then I like to pull my tails so they're going the direction that I want them to go. See how pretty that is with those streamers on the end? And I've tied a 3.5-inch bow with ivory, rust, and cream ribbon. I don't know if this is almost has a feel like taffeta. It's really beautiful ribbon. And I'm going to put this right over the knot. And I'm again, oops, that's hot. I'm going to adjust my tails, and then I'm going to come in and do what I call fussing the bow, where I get the loops nice and poofy. And I'm just holding that in place because it's really easy when that glue is hot to pull it right off the knot. Now I have a topper tied with olive burlap string and gold metallic string. And what I like to do with these is I pull the loops back. Then I put my adhesive right on the knot. And I put this over the knot and just kind of hold it in place. And then again, you can come in and sort of fluff those string ends out. The next thing we're going to do is add some flowers. So here's our finished flower cluster on this end. I've created a little dangle charm with 2 acorns and an oak leaf. This is our flower of the month. These are Reneabouquets caramel roses and a little pine cone tucked in there. Instead of buttons this time in the center, I'm using some of our sunflowers, which were our flower of the month for August. And I had lots left over, and they look so pretty with this, and they go into fall just fine. So you can see I've scattered those along the top. Now I'm going to show you how to build this floral cluster. Get my ribbons all going the way I want them to go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is lay down one of these big sunflower leaves right here. And we built these together last month. And then you're going to learn how to do these pretty little autumn leaves in this month's flower tutorial of the month. So that will be the last week of September. And these are going to go, let's see, down like this. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing here. There we go. Oops. Get those positioned proper. There we go. All right, pretty autumn colors coming in here. Now we bring in our charm. And I just put these on jump rings. And a lot of times y'all ask me where I get my charms from. Some of these are old. I had them back when I was on the Funky Junky Boutique team. I pick them up when I can find them online. I'm always looking for charms. All right, so glue there, then our flower of the month on top of that. Then I'm going to take one of these medium blossoms and one of these tiny blossoms. I twist the wires around each other, and then I cut them with my Tim Holtz scissors. And these are going to tuck up into the top like this. Okay? And then I'm going to come in with my pine cone and tuck it in underneath, just like that. So we've got this really pretty botanical flower cluster. So that's that part. Now that our flower clusters are done and our centerpieces are done, we can go to work on these middle pennants. And I've put chipboard, waste chipboard, on the back of this beautiful large wreath from Autumn Greetings. And we're going to put this down right here in the center of the center pennant. And just press that down, spread that glue out. Then this is a Reneabouquets beautiful board that I've colored up with distress inks. I sprayed with a little copper, and you can, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but it's beautifully speckled. And I've put little bits of chipboard on the back of it to give it a little depth and dimension. And we're going to glue this down right up here. Okay, just like that. And then down in this corner, these are some Reneabouquets fall leaves. We're going to put these down. I've got one big sunflower to go right there. I'm going to put another leaf underneath. That is just so pretty. And then these are the caramel flowers. And I'll have links to all of these products on my blog, and the link to my blog in the description box below this video. So I want some of those right there. And I want some of those right there. That is so pretty. I don't know, guys. I might not be able to let go of this one. It's really turning out beautiful. And I want a little string bow right here. And I like to use the point of my scissors to push that into place so I don't burn my fingers. And then I've got another little string bow to go down here. All right, and that's our center pennant, and I like it a lot. For this pennant that's to the right of center, I've taken these two chipboard frames from the Frames and Tags. And I've got this pretty autumn leaf that I'm going to tuck in. I wrapped the caramel flowers around the outside edge of the frame, and then I backed it with a scrap, put little leaves, tucked my string bow in there. And then we're going to come in with this frame, and so I've left the edge of this leaf up, and I'm going to come in with this smaller frame that I've also backed with a scrap, and I'm going to tuck it just like this. And then I'm going to take my hot glue, oops, and secure that leaf over the bottom frame. So we look like this, all right? Then I'm just going to glue this down. Right here. Maybe a little bit lower. There we go. That looks good. I've got this sweet little pumpkin that I'm going to tuck in right here. Kind of like that up on the frame. And then I've got this leaf. Well, let's see. I want to take this leaf and put it right here. And this brown leaf and put it right here. And then I've got an acorn that I'm going to take my string first because the acorn will attach to the string better. I'm going to put my string right there. And then this is not a real acorn. These are fake acorns that I bought on Amazon. I got a whole big bag of them about a year or two ago, and I still have some. So if you just look for faux acorns on Amazon, I'm sure you'll find them. I'm going to take a couple of little flowers, twist them together. There we go, just like that. So that's really cute. And I'm going to look for some sort of little word or something because I like to have sentiments on there. But maybe we can do, yeah, let's tuck that cute little bird in there. Postage stamp from the chipboard ephemera set. There we go. That's adorable. Okay. All right. On this center, I've got another Reneabouquets beautiful board that I've colored up with inks. And I'm going to glue this right in the center here. Okay. Then I've got our chipboard frame. From the Frames and Tags. I'm going to put this right here. There. Just making everything fit. There we go. Then I've taken this from the ephemera and I've put a triple layer of chipboard on the back. And I'm going to put this right in the middle of our frame, like this. And then I took this little chipboard tag, put some string through it with a charm. It says autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. And this is going to glue right here. So a nice dimensional, really dimensional. That's really I'm going to tuck one of these pretty little leaves down in here just to kind of balance it out a little bit. And bring another little pop of color. And then I have these little caramel roses that are going to go right here. Okay, so that's that. Maybe push that up. There we go. That's perfect. All right, and do I want them on that side too? I think I'm going to do the same thing on this side. All right, friends, moving right along on this small pennant. I've just taken a postage stamp from the chipboard ephemera, put a little banner flag behind it with scraps of my border, backed it with chipboard to give it a little more presence on the page, and we're just going to glue this right down. I want it at an angle going that way. Okay. Then on this pennant, this is a wreath that I die cut from craft cardstock, and then I doubled it. I did 2 with foam tape in between, and then I sprayed it with a copper mica mist, and we're just going to glue this down on the pennant like this. So pretty. And then from the die cut ephemera, we're going to take this I Love Fall. Most of all, I put a double layer of chipboard on the back of it. This banner is heavy, y'all. It is heavy. You're going to want to hang it well. This is going to go right here. So pretty. And then I've got these little Hello Autumn tuck-ins from Reneabouquets. And I'm going to put one right here with a couple of little leaves. Just like that. And one little caramel flower. Right here. And I'll probably come back and tuck some burlap string into there. And now we go down, all the way down. This is a long banner. And we're going to do the same thing here with our die cut wreath. And I'll link to this on my blog. And the link to my blog, again, is in the description box below this video. So if you're not watching on YouTube, you're going to be like, what box? You need to watch on YouTube, and there's a description box below the video where I tell you about the project and I give you the link to my blog. That ephemera goes here. We have this little twig. I love the branches. They're so delicate and pretty. And then a leaf. And a leaf. All right. And then this is the same thing, just one of the die cut ephemera postage stamps backed with border and a little Hello Autumn tuck in right there. And just put him right here, leaning this way. And that, my friends, is our banner of the month for September 2024. This is a beauty, and it is loaded with good things. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a comment, to like, share, subscribe. We do a lot of fun things here, and all my YouTube tutorials are free. It's my way of thanking you for supporting my Button Farm Club kits and my Etsy shop. It's just my way of getting back to you. So that's it for me, Kathy Clement, Kathy by Design. Next week will be our birthday card of the month. I hope to see you then. Go get your craft on, friends. Bye.